In almost 16 years since a tragic bear attack in Polk County. In 2006, Susan Cenkus, her son Luke, and her daughter Elora hiked to a Polk County waterfall, and a black bear attacked the family. 6-year-old Elora was killed.
And Calvin Sneed tells us that although she's gone, her spirit lives on. Calvin is here now with the story. Calvin.
David, Cindy, with the 16th anniversary coming up in just a few weeks, we went back to Polk County with Susan Cenkus, and we walked on what she now considers to be sacred ground. She now has an inner peace that helps her spread the word that her daughter may not be here, but she is not forgotten. And a warning, what you're about to see and hear may be disturbing to some viewers.
Every day I see her, and she's a part of me.
Her name was Elora Celeste. It means God is my light, sent from heaven.
She really had a special light about her. And sometimes I think she was very much like little girls.
And she loved to go on hikes. One of the Cenkus family's favorite places to hike was at the Chilhowie campground in the Cherokee National Forest. It was there 15 years ago that their lives changed forever when they ran into an unwanted visitor right down here at Benton Falls. They joined another family at the base of the 65-foot waterfall. This is one of the last pictures of Elora with her big brother.
Luke and I started crossing the rocks. Elora was already over there. On those rocks, see where the fallen tree is there? About there.
Susan's heart sank when she looked up into the underbrush.
And I saw a black bear.
Susan yelled for Elora, and she and Luke went back up the rock stairs. She thought Elora was with them. Unbeknownst to them, the bear had crossed the creek and was right on top of them.
That's when I saw the black bear, and he had his hands on my son's head.
She pulled Luke from the bear's grasp.
Turned around, the bear immediately attacked me. He grabbed me, literally picked me up with his mouth. And then at that moment, I knew my time had come. I just knew it. There's no way I could hear the bones cracking in my neck.
Susan says she prayed to God that she would pass out. In and out of consciousness, she came to at the hospital. That's where she found out her son Luke had made it. In fact, almost everybody that fateful day at Benton Falls had made it out alive.
But when I woke up, I knew that Elora had gone to heaven.
Elora's remains were found about 700 feet at the base of another unnamed waterfall. 10 years later, amateur photographer Brian Solomon learned of the Cenkus story and shared with Susan something he'd seen.
I caught a sunburst up above the falls.
Remembering that Elora's name means God is my light, Brian was so moved that he placed a Tennessee waymark on this 20-foot waterfall, officially naming it Elora Falls.
She gave her life. And, you know, it means something.
And when we visited the waterfall, we found this lone flower blooming in the middle of the moss. It, like Elora, faces the falls, protected from the elements, standing by itself, but not alone.
And I know that she's always with me. She's a part of me. And a part of me is with her.
The bear suspected of attacking the family was later caught and euthanized. Today, the family has healed. Son Luke got through his surgeries. He's in college right now, studying music. Susan has also healed from her wounds and says She tries to stay upbeat, knowing that one day she will see her daughter in heaven. And the question right now might be for everybody at home, what do you do if you're taking a nice walk along the trail and you come face to face with a bear? What if you step outside and a bear raises up from the garbage can on the back porch? Here's what you should do and what you should not do. Dan Gibbs with the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency says chances are the bear is going to be just as surprised to see you as you are to see it. You might panic at first, but he says to slowly try and create some distance between you and the bear and make a whole lot of noise.
If there's something you can bang on, like the hood of a car or something like that, do that. If there's something you can throw at them on a porch, grab it, throw it. Make yourself look bigger. Put your hands above your head and just start yelling.
Gibbs says if you do all that, for the most part, the bear will leave the area, but keep the noise going until the bear is out of sight. Now, what not to do? Do not turn your back on a bear you're looking at face to face. He says that could trigger an attack response from the animal. If there are cubs around, totally different story. Do not get anywhere near those cubs. Even if you don't see the mama bear, face them and yell and scream at them too. David, Cindy, the experts tell me people tend to think of live bears as teddy bears and they want to hug them and be close to them, but the bears just simply don't understand that. They may attack you anyway. Black bears are dangerous wild animals and they are best left alone.
For sure. You know, we hear about these bear attacks fairly often. Are they really that commonplace in that area?
They're not really. When you stop and think about it, I looked up the numbers in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and according to the list that they have of injuries from people in the park, you're more likely to be injured in a car accident or a vehicle accident, you know, or something like falling off a cliff or drowning or something like that, or even insect bites.
Right. How about that? We appreciate that family for sharing their story with us.
Really do.
Thank you, Calvin.
Glad you revisited it for us. Thank you, Calvin.